friends, and welcome to this fantastic episode of the AI Show, where we are going to be unplugged. No guests, just me and that guy. Just me and that guy. It's going to be delightful. Alrighty, let's see where people are coming to us from. I see Ivana. Hello, Ivana. I actually met her in person, and she gave me cookies. It was awesome. It was awesome. Beldathas is coming to us from, he is in Twitch. So hello, welcome to Twitch. Ivana, hello. Keith Oliver. Happy Friday, everybody. AI Show Friday. We also have Jenny Scoop number 7. It sounds like he should be a contestant in like a monster truck rally for those that are not in the U.S. or haven't heard of what that is. It's basically people build ridiculously large trucks and crash them and jump over things. I need to share my screen. Here. There we go. Here we go. Share. Boom! All right, let me get this thing out so I can begin writing. What are we even doing today? I don't know. We just make this stuff as we go along. I thought I would show you something that I have been working. I gotta put my mouse somewhere. If you could see my setup, you would see I don't have a lot of room. I'm like in a closet somewhere with a light. Actually, it's bigger than a closet. I'm not gonna lie. It's nice. It's nice. Okay. Number one, I had an idea, and I'm going to show you that a little bit. It's for how to gather training data for building cool AI. So I'll show you idea, and then you tell me what you think. I haven't. It's like half baked a little bit, half baked. So I apologize, but it's a little half baked. But I think it'll work. And I think you'll like it. And maybe we'll spend some time fleshing that out a little bit. Number two, we have our roshambo. I'll show you what I did, because I told you I'd make some fixes, and I did. I redeployed it to an Azure App Service instead of a static web app. Excuse me. And I want to show you how I did that. Although there's something in there that's not quite right, and maybe y'all can help me and tell me what. So A, what we did, and B, we have two options, B and C. Fix the ML ops pipeline. We can do this, or add to UI in React. I might like switch between the two as I'm going through, but that's what we've got for today. It's only 2 hours. It seems like not a lot of time to do all this, but I think we'll spend some of our time here at the beginning, because I think you'll like this. This is actually, I had an idea the other day inspired by what's going on with some of the new advances, and I thought I would play with that a little bit. But then this is here, our official Roshambo project, and we'll go through and do a little reminder to everyone of what it is and how we're going to work on it, if that's okay. Where's everybody coming to us from? Hello, my friend from Uganda. Welcome. Roshambo. Yes. Apparently that's the name of the game Rock, Paper, Scissors. I had no idea who invented that. but that apparently is the name of it. All right, so that's where that comes from. Here's someone asking me, why do I not have a TikTok account? Victor, that's a really good question. It feels like I have some explaining to do. I don't know. Actually, no, that's not true. My wife told me to get a TikTok account, and I installed it. And I don't look at it very often. But I mean, I'm interested, Victor, in what kind of content you would like to see on the TikTok. Or am I too old for TikTok? I don't know. Next project idea, dad joke generation. Ooh, we might be able to do that, actually. Because at Microsoft Build, we built a content copy generator in the style of Homer. Not Simpsons, Homer of the Iliad. And so that's what we did. We could do that, actually, using language model. I'd love to do that. Let's add that. You know what? That deserves some official AI show scribbling on our little white blackboard here. Language model for funnies. Although the thing about humor for computers is that they're just not very good at it, but not in the way that I'm not very good at it. You know? Okay. All right. So thank you for that. 2B, let's get some ML ops going. I love it. Okay, cool. The thing about ML ops is it's more boring. It's like boring to watch because it's like, okay, I made this work. And like, if any of you have ever done DevOps, you know what it's like. It's like this. It's like, I think this will work. And then it doesn't work after 15 minutes. And you're like, oh, I got to fix this one thing. And then you fix it. And then it doesn't work because there's something else. It's like watching paint dry, which is exactly what the AI show is all about. Thank you. Next project idea will also, yes, I'm going to for sure do that. DF Meta. Bienvenidos. How you doing, my friend? It's good to see you. Wisconsin, delightful place. I used to go there all the time. In fact, there's a conference called That Conference. I had to give it the extra chutzpah. That conference, which I went to every year. I had gone to every one of them except for like one of them since its inception. And it's in Wisconsin Dells. Delightful little place. Yeah, I wish it was roshambo because we could ham it up a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? Ham. These are the jokes. Okay. Linwood, Washington. Welcome, my friend. Not far from me. I live in Washington as well. I used to live in LA County, northern LA County, where we would get sun all the time. It was delightful. Margarita. Hola, bienvenida. Si es usted mujer. Si no, bienvenido. Or bienvenidex. You know, to be inclusive. A Seth Talk account. You know, I have considered this. I mean, what should I put in there? Like, I'm hearing that. Wow, my internet must be really bad today. I'm hearing. I gotta do a speed test. Why is my internet so bad? Speed test. Okay, what you got for me? Speed test. Show me the goods. Speed test. Go. Okay, here we go. Speed test. Here we go. Yeah, look, I'm pulling 600 megabits down. What are you talking about, StreamYard, you weirdo? Seth Talk account. Yeah, what should I put on there? If I do a TikTok, I'll talk to my wife because she's good at that. stuff. I'll be like, hey, what should I put on the TikTok account? And yeah, my internet's fine. StreamYard. Cool. Beldathus. Roshambo. This is delightful. My goodness. Delightful. All right, ladies and gents, it's time to get to work. Alrighty, let's do this. Okay, so let me show you what I've been working on. This is Roshambo, but I was working on something else. What did I call it? ML Vision. I'm running out of names. Look at this. Look at this disgustingness. I think I'll do picture in picture here real quick. Hold on. But my face is in the way of the command line. It's okay. Nobody wants to see that anyways, right? Okay. So yeah, I'm running out of names to call things, and so you'll start to see stuff like this, because as we know, the part of the project that takes the longest is naming it and getting the GitHub action to work. You know, every time. It's not even funny. Okay, so I don't even remember which one it is. I think it's ML Vision. So open recent ML Vision. No, this is something else. Open recent Vision ML. Yes. So recently I saw. I don't care about the language server. Recently, I saw that there was a really cool model from OpenAI that played Minecraft, and I thought, I want to make something dumb like that, but how would I ever do that? So I started messing around with Windows API calls. And I wrote this little ditty. Does this even work? I don't even know what I did anymore. Look at this. So basically, let me show you this. If I open Minecraft up from Mojang Studios, there's Minecraft. Watch this. I'm going to move my face because it's in the way. So this is Minecraft, but if I play this hotness, watch this. Do you see how it's keeping track of everything? Now watch this. Watch this. I'm going to go over here. Watch this. I think. Hold on, I got to load up something. Hold on, let me delete this real quick. Delete. Oh, I'm giving away the goodness. So here I am inside of. There he goes. So there I am inside of Minecraft, and I've got it to get like where I'm pointing the mouse to, so that's cool. But then I'm also, if you see, every time if you're looking over to the right, you're seeing the files count get bigger. Because what I'm doing is I'm capturing screen grabs of what it is that's going on. So what I need to do is I'm hoping that what I'll do is I'll be able to write a class in Python that every 30 frames a second, or maybe less, maybe 15, every 15 frames in a second, I'll grab a screen grab and collect all the buttons that I pushed, and then we can build a really big neural network that decides what I should be doing based upon the picture. Does that make sense? That's cool, right? It just grabs the picture for me. So now I've got the picture part going. I started getting the keyboard part I started getting the keyboard part going here. I pressed the middle button to stop it, but I started getting the keyboard part going, right, so that it could start to record events for keyboard and the mouse. And so the idea is, and I don't know, maybe I'll work on this some other time, because I promised Roshambo. I gotta turn the Minecraft music off. It's confusing me. I'm like, what is that? Where I can just literally play Minecraft, and every couple of I don't know, maybe every 4 or 5 times a second, it grabs the screen and every button I pressed and builds this ginormous data set of images. And then in Azure Machine Learning, we can train something, that outputs, instead of like rock, paper, scissors, it outputs, you push W, you push space, and whatever. And instead of it being a single button, you can press multiple buttons. And I think that's what I'm wondering. What do y'all think? It's a cool idea, right? And it actually grabs the screen. Oh, wow, that grabbed way more than it should have. Weird. But it grabs the screen perfectly, which is super cool. Let me show you how the code works. So I'm using something called PyInput, and it has this thing called a mouse. Oh, made a mistake. Oh. So I'm using this thing called PyInput. Pinput. And it's using the mouse and the keyboard, right? And then I'm using, from Pillow, I'm using image grab. And then I'm using some Win32 API calls to, for example, convert the XY position of the mouse to the XY position inside of the window. I'm also finding the right window. Here, let me show you. So whenever this thing starts up, I use the Win32 API call find window, and this gets me the window handle for Minecraft. I also get the device context. I don't know if I'll need this though. And then what I do is I set the window position to where I want it to be. I should have used topmost. That's why it went away. But again, these are Win32 API calls. Then I set the active window to Minecraft. And then I say, okay, start listening to... oh, this isn't even used. What's going on here? Here, because this code I killed. But this just listens to the mouse. And every time I press the right-hand key, I get the window rectangle of the window handle. And I tell PIL to grab the screen right here. It set this to true because otherwise it gets you a black box. But this is cool, right? So now in theory, if we make this a thing, you could, in theory, grab any screen, do stuff in there, record it, and use that as a data set as you're grabbing the screen. Is that cool? Any thoughts about this thing? Should I continue this line of inquiry? Yay, nay? Okay. While you think about it, this is the new thing I'm working on. And as you can see, here, let me turn this other thing off. This doesn't work right here, so I'm not going to do that. But I'll uncomment this. I'll comment this out. And what I'll do is I will do this one to show you how I can get the actual keys as well. Oops. Okay. So I gotta turn Minecraft on again. There we go. Minecraft. All right, here we go. Okay. So here we go. Oh, whoops. Okay, cool. So notice that now I can get the keys. Do you see that? These are all the keys I'm pressing and what's going on. So if I go and I swipe at this cow, you can see that it's all on there. It's pretty cool. I mean, sorry about swiping at the cow. This is not supposed to be a show of violence. So there you go. And maybe secretly as an excuse to play Minecraft. I have to move my mouse over here and then it stops. Hold on. Well, or it'll just break. Wow, it's not working. So now this is the one thing, and for some reason, sometimes it gets hung up because I'm doing stuff with Windows handles. But now I gotta close it. Oh no. Okay, so people are saying I should do it. I agree. I think it'd be fun. I think it'd be fun. I don't know. My internet feels like it's slow. I just checked it. It's really fast. So maybe you're slow, StreamYard. Okay. Righty. Okay. So let's go to Roshambo here, and let me show you what I've done. If you actually go to roshambo.ai, you'll see it there. Roshambo.ai. You'll see the latest in there. Oh, scissors. There you go. Oh, come on. Yes. Yes. Okay. So you should be able, you can go there right now. But setting this up was a pain. Because I had to get a certificate and everything. So that it would do HTTPS, because you got to, setting up certificates in app service is different. You can actually go there and try it out. It may not work for you because, again, we trained it on just images from my face. So look, you're getting two angles. Which one's the better, Seth? We don't know. Okay. So you can go do that. So let me show you what I set up. So I set up a workflow for a web deploy, and this took forever. I don't know why. It was so dumb. It kept not working. And I put it on an app service plan, is what I did. So you can see that if something gets pushed to the main branch or pull request, the main branch gets closed, and anything in the web directory changes. This is this thing right here. This thing right here. Yeah, there's all the search stuff that I had to do. Then it will do this. And what it will do is it will pull out, it will log in using the Azure CLI. It will set up Node. And I know there's like special actions to do this. Here, I'll Control Plus. I'm looking at this. It looks super tiny. There you go. I know there's like GitHub actions that will just do this for you, but it wasn't working. And I could not figure it out why. So instead, I actually built it myself. Yarn install, yarn build. I print out what's in there. It's because it was not uploading the right files. Then I zip the right folder up, verify the file, and then I deploy AZ Web App Deploy. So that's what this does. So in theory, anytime we make a change, you will see it reflected literally in roshambo.ai, which is kind of cool. Why is it that I can't see things here? Keith is saying it would have been way easier in a Azure DevOps pipeline. Maybe. The other question is, do you plan to apply reinforcement learning also after getting the images as a data set? What I plan to do, oh, I just pulled my earpiece out. What I plan to do is upload more images. Like if it makes mistakes, I plan to make it so that it will just upload more images and just retrain the earlier model. Keith, did I call you Keith? Kevin? No. Okay. So that's what I did here. So I did everything else the right way, and then just for some reason it just wouldn't work. But this seems to work. Oh man, thrice. Why am I Kevin? Like I owe you. I'm sorry for calling you Keith. Joke. We're gonna go to the book here. My friend is getting rich by taking pictures of salmon dressed in human clothes. It's like shooting fish in apparel. That was for getting your name wrong, Kevin. Hello and welcome from the Nigerian Delta State. Africa is a beautiful country, by the way. I went to Kenya. I've been to Kenya and Morocco and South Africa. Wildly different places. Seriously. So delightful place. Okay. So that's what we did there. And so now anytime we make a change, you should be able to see like it reflected in roshambo.ai. Now, if you call it a lot, I will know, because we're calling the back end AI interpreter thing. Let's go to our endpoints here. I think we're pointing it at Rochambeau. We sure did. Deployment logs. Yeah, see? Some of you yahoos indeed went in there. Oh no, it's just me. It's just me. But you can see it tells me. Loading base 64 image, pre-prediction, prediction complete, preparing payload, stopping clock, payload time, 0.1 seconds, prediction paper, score, timestamp. So that's what's going on there. I think I can also do a little bit of monitoring on this endpoint. Looks like there's not very much information. Probably because, yeah, this is 140 milliseconds request latency. It's not bad. No bad. But yeah, I'll see it here. So that's what that's doing. So whenever you call roshambo.ai predict, that's what's happening. Okay. So let's go back over here and let me show you how I set that up. This is right here. The training one is the one that's not working anymore. I think because the Azure CLI is completely different. Wow. Do I have 2 tokens in here? Oh, geez. No, I think this one's scoped just to the web app, which is clever, which is smart, right? That way if someone compromises it, they just compromise the crappy website. Here's the training one. Oh yeah, these are all the certs I had to generate to do the HTTPS. Okay, so let's take a look at the Cloud Run. Is this how we even do jobs anymore? Yeah, I think this is all different. Okay, so again, as we remembered from the I already did this part. I did this part, so let's get a check here. We did this. Check. I did a check here. Check. I think I finished telling you. I basically, what I did is I moved everything into a single application. Before it was a static web app, and I had to have an Azure function and a Next.js app, and we decided to just put it all in the API. And that's what we did. This thing will take the picture. We'll take the picture and send the response back. It's just like a pass through, which is nice. So, and then we made this all one web application, and then we also deployed it using web deploy. So if you go to roshambo.ai, you will see this. It's all there. So that's what I did when because I promised I would get that done. That way, it wouldn't be like boring paint dry. Although we would be able to spend more time reading out of the book of dad jokes. So we could do that. Okay. So let's take a vote here on what we want to do. Do we want to do B or C first? B or C? Basically, for B, I have to go through and make sure all the pipelines are working. Think about maybe even making components and modernizing it, because again, a lot has changed in the year since we've started this project. So that's B for AI. Why does it keep doing that? Or C, go in there and start making some substantive changes to the UI, and then trying to see if we can't make the game mechanics work, where we'll randomly predict between rock, paper, scissors, and then get the game mechanics working. So everyone has a little bit of time to vote. There's some people here. We can do either B or C. This is more React, and then this is more YAML, machine learning, ML ops stuff, which is not super. I mean, it's the same. It's all the same stuff. I'm happy to do either one. All right, so you have time to vote. Time to vote. Let's get the voting music on. Voting music. B or C? B or C? I've got one for C, two for B, two for B, two for B. Another for B. Three Bs, one C. Okay. Oh, another B, but it's capital. And Kevin. Don't call him Keith. He will straight. You'll have to read a dad joke to calm him down. Okay, looks like overwhelmingly we're getting B here. B. I love it. B. Okay, we'll do that. But we still have some time on our answer the question music. B. Thumbs up from Kevin. I call you Keith. What was I thinking, Keith? Maybe I know a Keith. Beta. Okay. All right. I think it's pretty clear what everybody wants. All right. So we'll do B, which means we're going to go into this thing. Bye-bye, web deploy. And let's see if all of this stuff actually even works. Okay. Okay. And I even think I don't even have a requirements.txt in here. I got nothing. I don't even have a virtual environment in here. What is this? What is this garbage? It's garbage. Let's clean it up. Let's do it. Alrighty. So I have to turn this way, otherwise it won't work for me. So the first thing we want to do is let's just run it and see what we got. CD AI, Python, trainer.py, help. Oh, there's no ML flow. Glorious. So looks like what we're going to do is we're going to create a virtual environment and have everything in a requirements.txt as well, because this is not cool. So let's make a requirements.txt and keep, wow, we were so lax. Oh, not that. Requirements dot text. Okay, so for sure we're going to need us some PyTorch because we have some PyTorch. So how do we install PyTorch? PyTorch.org. We're on CUDA 6 because we like to be on the forefront of everything. So let's go to our requirements.txt and do this. For those that don't know, you have to put this in there here. Like that. And okay. Obvi, we need MLflow. Looks like we also need PyTorch Lightning, right? Because that's what we're using here in our trainer. You can see that. PyTorch Lightning. I wonder how we pip install that. PyTorch Lightning. How do we install this? What, there you go. Copied. Lovely. So we need this. Okay. Anything, I think we need the IPY kernel, of course, because we have a notebook in here for refactoring. So just in case. Let's see what we got. A Torch Vision, PyTorch Lightning, Eminist, and then Roshambo. Okay, cool. So I think that's everything. Let me look at the trainer here, see if there's anything else. Pathlib, MLflow, scoring, Onyx runtime. Okay, let's see if we need to install that. So great question, Kevin. I don't use the AML Python SDK, really. I only use the CLI. Because the Python SDK for AML is more of a control plane control plane SDK. What does that mean? That means that if you want to control Azure Machine Learning in code, you could do that. It looks like we also need the inference schema decorators. So let's see. How do we install Onyx runtime? Install Onyx. Oh, look at that. Does it work on Windows? No, we're going to use the GPU, because, yep. And then the other thing was we needed a inference schema. Thank you. How do we install it? Type conversion. Yes. There we go. Okay. So I think this is everything we need. So let's add the environment. Python -m bemv. I think that's how it is. Bem dot. Yeah, that's right. And then we'll add that to the git ignore dot vemb. Okay. So now what we're going to do is when we go to our Python files, we need to tell it to use, oh, jeez. Enter interpreter path, find. Right here, select. Select interpreter. Okay, cool. So we've got that. It knows about that. Cool. That's the one it's recommended. Wonderful. And one thing you need to note is that we're not currently in that Python environment. So I'm going to delete this and then go like this, and it should activate it for me. Very nice. So if I say which pip, you'll see that it's indeed the right one. Perfect. How do you upgrade pip? I forgot how, because it always starts with an upgrade pip. Not pi. Pi is unupgradable. How to upgrade pip? Here we go. There it is. Boop. For example, if I say, I'm sorry, I'm over here. If I say which Python, it'll tell me it's this Python. So if I run this command, it's going to use that Python. So let's upgrade it. And then I think it's pip install -r requirements.txt. Oh shoot. I gotta go to CDAI. Okay. Very nice. Pip install -r requirements.txt. Here we go. I liked Conda environments before. I used those a lot, but Conda environments put them in like a mysterious place. And I like virtual environments better because it feels like a node kind of thing. You know how like this virtual environment literally has like all the packages and stuff. You see that? Almost like Node, right? It has all these. You see how there's all these Node modules and stuff, and it's just in there. I'm kind of leaning towards I like that better. So the question from Kevin is: do you prefer a Vem over a dev container? You have one in the repo. I do, only because, and maybe this is wrong of me, Kevin. Check me on this. But it feels like a level of indirection that if I don't need to have, I don't do it. But you're right. I should. Good question. Maybe I should even move the requirements.txt over there, because this is. Maybe I should just. Maybe I should do that. I mean, I could. I guess we don't need a trailing comma. There's a Docker file, right? Using the latest. I think this is Cudian N8. Although I think the one that I'm using is greater, but I know this one works. Well, let's see what environments are available. So let's go back here. Let's go to environments. Let's look at our curated environments. So they have some PyTorch ones. 1.10, I guess, would be the latest. I wonder what else is in here. Yeah, I mean, geez, I should just use this one. Like, what am I even doing? So there's this. How do I? Yeah, I could literally just start with this. So for those wondering, like what Kevin's talking about, like I can, in theory, make a dev container. And then pip install these last couple of things. Let's do that. We don't need to copy. We don't need this anymore. Oh, I do need matplotlib though. Do I need these things? Pandas for sure. No, I don't use pandas. Pillow for sure. Let me see. I think I forgot. Maybe it'll install it for me. Is that Copilot helping? Yeah, I have Copilot down here. You can see it. No, I don't want to disable Python. Turn it on. Oh, is it on now? Oh, it's on. I think I turned it off because it was bugging me. Okay. So in theory, all of this code, so we did all this. By the way, I kind of took a little adventure into this Docker file. This may work. So let me go here. Like there's literally, oh jeez, that's not what I wanted. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about running in a container. Kevin, that whole stuff still mystifies me a little bit, which it probably shouldn't. I mean, shoot. Oh, and this is opening even the wrong thing. So I wonder if this would run though locally. So let's go to the here. How do you run a dev container here? No. Okay. You'd think there'd be like a run in a container here, but there isn't. Okay, so in theory, this should be hunky dory. We won't need. I might just delete this. Also, shoot. I don't want to be changing stuff on the main, if you know what I mean. It's just here's Kevin. I have been trying to work. I've been trying to work containers for our ML project. Still feels like an overhead sometimes when it's just a single user working on a project. Reload, and I should ask. It did not. The other thing that's weird to me, and this is, we've got like two like wildly different kinds of projects in here, right? It's kind of the reason why I wanted to it's the reason why I wanted to like get rid of the extra API layer, because it's like there's too many things already, you know. Because before, for those that are wondering what the heck I'm talking about, before I had an API, you know, an API folder, and I also had the web folder, right? And it was just like, what the heck? That's a lot. And so I kind of consolidated this into one because it was okay. So let's go back. We'll leave this here as is. And let's see if the trainer works. Let me see. I don't even remember how to run the trainer. So let's look at the job. It'll tell us. Okay, Python trainer. CD. Oh, wait. It's not using the right virtual environment. There we go. CD AI. And then Python trainer minus config.yaml. Let's use the defaults. Works. Something's happening. Wow, that is not working. Okay. So add this to our requirements.txt. Yes. Yes. Okay. Oh, let me control plus this so it's big. Okay. Sub command. And this is new. Okay. I think PyTorch Lightning must have changed its way of doing things. So let's just ask it. PyTorch Lightning sub command. Yeah. This guide will blah, 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 blah. From MNIST to autoencoders. Yes, yes. What is with this font? Okay. Pip install PyTorch Lightning. We did that. Import torch. All the goodness. All the goodness. Yes, data loaders. I'm trying to remember what our trainer did. Okay, so this obviously needs to be told what to do. Pair data, GPU, training step, blah, 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 blah. We did that. So we have 4 key ingredients for PyTorch should organize this lineup, model, optimizer, training data, blah. Yep, we did this already, remember? It was really nice. I really like this. Let me show you because I'm like elighting a lot of stuff. So here's our model, right? It's a Rochambeau model. We're using a VGG19, even though I think the ResNet 18 was the one that was working better for us. Looks like we need to do auto pep 8. But maybe that's like a dev dependency, you know? We'll just leave that as a dev dependency. So there it is. There's the forward. This is the training step. This is the validation step. I have this dunder method for computing it. You know, there's the batch. I'm calling the model, getting the y hat, getting the loss with the binary cross entropy, getting accuracy, and predicting truth. Oh, so I'm getting the predictions and the truth, and then I'm equaling, dividing by the length. That's accuracy, and this is a loss. And I use that for training and validation. And this configures the optimizer. So I'm using stochastic gradient descent with an LR backoff schedule, a step size of 5, which is nice. And then I have a little savey McSaverson thing that I added to save this model to Onyx. South.to Onyx. Cool. Cute. So that's it. And then I have, when it saves, it returns the parameter size and the file size. How many parameters are in the actual model and the size of the file. Okay, so that's what that's doing. On the data side, I have a data module that does a setup. There's the transform. There's the target transform. There is the image folder data set. And then there's a data loaders for that. Just soup's nice. Did I change anything here? Why is it mad? Why are you mad, bro? Why are you mad? And then obvi the scoring. The scoring checks to see if the Azure ML model dir is there. If it is, it uses that as a base path. Then it loads the model and the metadata file. The metadata file, do I even have one of those? Yeah, the metadata file looks like this. It has the classes, the model, and the param size. I think it might have more than that now, but I don't remember. So that's what that's doing. Okay, but looks like the CLI has a new requirement. Yes, yes, yes. This is not helpful. CLI. Oh, here we go. Lightning CLI and config files. Still, this was in beta last year. Other sources of boilerplate clearly launched command line tools. So don't provide standardized way to configure experiments using a single file that includes settings for trainer as well as the user extended lightning module and blah. Yeah, it's actually quite cool. So basically, I can put all of my parameters in this config YAML file, like for example, a early stopping callback, so that if the min delta in the loss is 10 to the minus 4 with the patience of 5, the training will stop. Soup's nice. Also, I have a model checkpoint callback that monitors at the accuracy and saves the top 3 checkpoints of the best ones. Because usually these things just run, and then whatever the last one is that's the one you save. That's wrong. You should save the one that's the best, and that's what it does. It finds the one with the minimum validation accuracy. And learning rate monitor. This monitors the learning rate, and that's it. These are default values here, and then these are values that get passed into the model and the data. And by model, I mean this model, right? Do you see that? It has how many classes there are and what the learning rate is. Boop, right there. And then the data requires a data dir, batch size, training split. If those aren't passed in, it gets defaulted. But you can see where'd it go? Where'd my file go? Where'd my file go? There it is. Data batch size and train split, which is super cool because then what you can do with PyTorch Lightning is you can change these parameter files, which is delightful. And then all these things can be overridden in the command line, like so, right? So notice that. Oops. Notice that I'm calling the trainer with the config, but then overriding some of these things, which is nice. But then looks like this is all wrong, so we'll have to fix that next. But we got time. We're only an hour in, and we're already getting some goodness here. So we need to figure out what this subcommand deal is. The implementation of the training command line tool is Debian Lightning CLI class. The minimal installation of PyTorch Lightning does not include support. Oh, oops. To enable it, either install Lightning as PyTorch Lightning Extra. Oh. Maybe I should have just done that. Let me go back to this goodness. Extra. It's PyTorch Lightning Extra. It's like you don't want to get the small size. You always want to go for extra. So, yeah. I guess we don't need this anymore. Boop, boop. Okay. Cool. So we fixed that. The case in which user's Lightning module class requires a blank data method. A trainer tool can be as simple as black my model. Nice. The help of the tool describing all configuration by running Python trainer bloop help. Default options can be changed providing individual command lines. However, it is better practice to create a configuration file and provide this to the tool. A way to do this would be, yeah, we did this. We printed out everything. We edited it, and then that. The instantiating Lightning CLI class take care of parsing command line and config options. Instantiating the classes, setting up callback to save the config log, blah, 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 blah. Yes. Okay, this is new. Yeah, I think we do that. So let's see here. Let's go. to the trainer. Yeah, see, I pass the CLI, I pass in the model class and then the data module, which is fantastic. So we're doing that. We're getting there. Yes, I know. I know. So is fit like it's just I just got to put fit in there? Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. The CLI supports running any trainer function from the command line by changing the subcommand provided. Oh, I see. Because the trainer has different commands like fit, validate, test, predict, and tune. Okay, I just got to put fit in front of it. Okay. Oh, it was literally like spelled out for me, but I wanted to know why. Okay, I wanted to know why. Fit. See, this works. Here we go. Let me delete the output folder. Okay. Oh shoot. I think I'm in. I think when I deleted the outputs folder, it got mad at me. Delete. Stop. Why aren't you stopping? Control C. Die. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Things are happening. Life is good. Yes. Do you see that? It looks 0, but it's because it's 10 to the minus 4. Okay. What's going on? Warning, MLflow utils found Torch Vision version 0130 CUDA 116 contains a local version label plus CU116. MLflow logged a pip requirement for this package as Torch Vision 0130 without the local version label to make it installable from PyPy. To specify, oh yeah, that's okay. I mean, we could disable warnings too because this is not an important warning. Okay, so it looks like we indeed did a little output. Let's open the model here. Reveal in File Explorer. There it is. So there's our ResNet 18. Wow, that looks tiny. Oh, it is tiny. It's an 18. 1, 2, 3. Oh, the other thing is I don't like that it's input 1 and 196. Psh, we're going to rename that. We're not going to let you name yourself. Who thought that was a good idea? Keyword args. What kwargs? What kwargs can we put in there? Are there any other kwargs? Kwargs. What do we got? Kwargs. We'll find all the kwargs. Kwargs. Torch.onyx.export. Here we go. There's got to be a way to rename output names, input names. That's it. Output names and input names. Okay. Input names equal image output names. Thank you. Thank you. Name prediction. Okay. So I think this will do it. Yes. Input names, output names. Let's run this bad code again. Beep beep. Beep 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 beep. Beep 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 beep. I wonder if this loads the one that's been checkpointed. I know. 196 and input 1. That's delightful. Ooh, Morocco. I've been to Marrakesh. Delightful place. Marrakesh. All right, let's reveal this in File Explorer. Reveal in File Explorer. What? Netron, of course. Psh. Oh, yeah. Look at this. Why is it letting me zoom in? Here we go. Look at this. Image prediction. Yeah, because I mean, who wants, what was it? Input dot one. And this thing was like 196. Oh yeah, I need to, you're right. Let's rebuild this one more time here. And here we go. It's going. Oh, we're in the matrix. One more time. Let's get it going here. Here we go. Ooh. Yeah, this is what it sounds like inside of the AI model when it builds. Oh, wow, that was right on time. Thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you. Let me go right click, reveal and explore. Yeah, see, isn't this a beaut? This is a beaut, right? Initial convolution going up in her. Single 7x7 convo with a 3 pad and a 2 strad. ReLU, more convolution to pull. This is to eliminate the zero gradient problem. Delightful. Resin 18, flatten 1000 to 512, and then but to 1000, and then 1004. I think, like, should we add another layer? Nah, we don't need another layer. Psh, we don't need another layer. Okay, so we've got this thing working just fine. Now the question is, let's see AZML. The question now becomes, can we create a job? Can we create a job from this? Right, and that's the, so we know this works here. So maybe we should do a new experiment here. So AZML job. AZML job help. I think these are called jobs now. Hold on, CLS. Okay. An Azure ML job executes a task against a specific compute target. You can configure jobs to scale out model training on Azure. Azure ML supports different job types with different capabilities. For example, the most basic job, command Docker container, you leverage for a single node and distributed training. A sweep job, yeah, blah, blah, blah. AZML job create. AZML job create minus help. It's a path to a YAML file. Looks like we're a command job, so let's go to that. Oh, wow, why didn't it open the right thing? What happened? I don't want a sweep job. I just want the, oh, that's why. Psst. It went, gosh, that was dumb. It, okay. All right. So we have a type, a schema, a type, allowed values, command, default value. So don't display name, experiment name, description, dictionary tags, command, required if not using component field, code, local path is source code directory to be uploaded and used for the job, environment, required if not using component field, the environment to use for the job, environment variables, dictionary environment variables to set, distribution. What's this mean? Oh, this is how many processes per node in the job. We don't need that because ours is super simple. Compute, this is a compute target. The number of nodes to use for the job, limits, inputs, outputs. Okay. So do we have an example of one of these somewhere? Oh, here we go. Look at that. Command echo environment, compute, tags, display name. Huh. YAML environment variables. There you go. Command. So it's very similar to the one we have already. So let me do that. Let's open our old command job here. Job. We'll move you down. So we have a couple of things that are different. Looks like the command. This doesn't like it. So we're going to say ... forward and then AI because that's where our code is. I wonder if it uploads the whole folder though, because I don't want it to. Oh no. It's ... up up one, right? But I hope it doesn't like try to upload the whole virtual environment and stuff. Does it use the git ignore? I know there used to be an AML ignore. Let me ask somebody. Go on Teams here. Doot, 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 doot. Let's see if Daniel's awake. Who could I ask? No. Oh, they're all out of town. Oh, out of office. We'll have to figure it out. But we'll try it. I'll do a local command line and it'll be good. So basic model training. Cool. Let's just try it. Let's just forget this. So we'll put the code code here. We got that here. The command is going to be this. So we've got that. Looks like we've got a PyTorch lightning environment. So I'll put the experiment name there. Display name is going to be, we'll do Rochambeau for now. Okay. Now, for those that are wondering what the heck I'm doing, I'm getting it to run in the cloud now is what I'm doing. Python trainer, and then we got to put fit. This looks like the inputs are where we define the training data. So we're going to say type, it's URI folder, and then the path is going to be, oh, what is this? Control space, doesn't like it. I think there's a way to do URI folders now. What's this? WASABs? Azure. No. I think it's just this. I think it's just this. Mode. Out. I think this is the right thing. Okay. So let's take a look. Okay. 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 So we've got this thing. What's the problem? Oh, like that's something I need to worry about, right? Okay. So we've got this thing going. I think we've got the command, the code, the environment. Let's make sure that our compute is working. Do we even have a compute? Saruman is stopped. Compute clusters. Looks like we do have Gandalf. Oh, snap. Oops. That's why there's only one. That's why it's always off. That's $12 an hour, friends. Psst. $24 today if I would have left that on. Okay, so that we do have a Gandalf. That's nice. Oh, I'm pushing the wrong thing. So let's go over here and let's see if this is enough. So Python default. Inputs is training data. I guess I can move these down. Clarity. Okay. I think this is the right thing now. It's not complaining anymore, right? It's not complaining anymore. So now let's CLS this and let's do AZML job create help. There should be a minus F or something. What does web mean? Stream to the console, save as switch. I'll just do minus F. AZML job create minus F cloud job dot YAML. Here we go. Here we go. Let's see what happens. It feels good to clean this up, though. We haven't cleaned this up in a while. And it's taken a while. It's probably because it's off. Huggy horse, is that the name? Hungry horse. Hungry horse. B. Stolnitz. Okay. She's the best, by the way. Okay, here we go. So this is taking its sweet time. I did. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. We need to set the defaults here. Unless I need to set the resource group. Resource group is robots. Work workspace is HAL. And now we wait. We wait. Refresho. Oh, look at this. Homer pipeline. Oh, yeah, this was from Build. We did this in Microsoft Build. Microsoft Build. This was our Microsoft Build thing that we did. All right, Jobs. What's going on here? Oh, yeah, see? Son of a gun. It's trying to upload the entire freaking folder situation. That's dumb. So let's dot them. No wonder. Son of a gun. I wonder if AML ignore works. Let me ask the internets. AML ignore. It's trying to upload the entire virtual environment. Azure Machine Learning runs training scripts by copying the entire source directory. If you have sensitive data that you don't want to upload, use a .ignore file. What kind of just .ignore? Oh, to prevent unnecessary files from being included, make an ignore file, git ignore or AML ignore in that directory. Okay. Okay. So why didn't it ignore this? Maybe it used AML ignore as the default. Let me delete this. I wanted to use the git ignore because that one for sure is the right one. PyCache, Vemv. We don't need the dev container. We don't need full image.txt either. Maybe I'll do it. Yeah, I'll move this to testing. We don't need that. Full image, test image. Yeah, we don't need that. Requirements.txt, config.yaml, init.py. Okay. Notebooks, we don't need notebooks either. But I don't want to put it in the. I wonder. Let me see. I wonder. So. Yes, I know I deleted it. I wonder if they build on top of each other. What happens if there's an AML ignore and a git ignore? Oh, here we go. To prevent unnecessary files from being included in staff job, make an ignore file. Git ignore and ignore. Add the files and directories to exclude to this file. More information on the syntax, blah. For git ignore, the AML ignore uses the same syntax. If both files exist, the AML ignore file is used and git ignore is unused. Okay. Let's just have both. We'll control A here. We'll control V here. Because what this will do is this will remove this will remove the notebooks. Why is this VS Code in here? The freak? What is this? Oh, I think this is a way of okay, so we can add these actually to our other thing. Yeah, we can add this to the other one. To our launch.json. Hex, yeah. Boop. Yeah. So now, for example, when we run, there is these things. So I can delete the VS Code folder here. Look at us. We're totally clean in house. This is amazing. We also in the AML ignore don't need the cloud folder. Okay, so there you go. This should fix it for us. That was good to read. I had never heard that. This is good. There you go. So it won't try to... What? What file exceeds the 100 megabytes? What is it trying to upload? Is this Anaconda? No, I'm using a virtual environment. You can see right here the virtual environment that is currently active. What the hee-haw? So what am I missing? Let's put all the folders up here. So we have PyCache. The PyCache, we don't need the .dev container. We have the venv. VS Code is gone. We have the cloud folder. We have the data folder. We have the ML runs folder. We have the notebooks folder. We have the outputs folder. There's no more secrets.json. We don't have this anymore. Oops, Control Z. We don't need requirements.txt. We don't need requirements.txt. And we don't even need score.py. So what is it mad about? Why is it uploading stuff that PyCache, dev container we keep, and we don't, cloud we keep, data we don't keep, runs we don't keep, outputs we don't keep, lightning logs are gone. There's no secrets. So Daniel's asking, are you going to use PyTorch? Yes, we are using PyTorch Lightning. And so if you look at the model, you'll see that we're using PyTorch Lightning modules, which are very much PyTorch-ish. Okay, so AML ignore is there. Everything is in there that doesn't need to be done. Git ignore has been slimmed down. So what's the deal? What 100 megs are we loading up? What are we talking about here? I think on the AML ignore, I even have more stuff we're taking out because we just don't need it. PyCache, dev container, venv, cloud, data, ML runs, notebooks, outputs, requirements.txt, score.py, everything else we need. Okay, let's try one more time. Okay, so let's go to cloud. let me close everything here except for the job. Yeah, so the code is up one directory. Python trainer fit. We're changing the outputs. And we're training the data dir to be this URI folder with a mount on it. Okay, let's try it. Here we go. What file exceeds? I'm trying to understand which. Oh. It says use this instead. Oh. Let's find the other doc. Other doc. There we go. See, that's the thing I'm not doing right. Apologies. Oh, look at that. It's doing it. Preparing. Oh, this can take forever because what it's got to do. Okay, let's take a look at the code here. What did it? Cool. So it loaded exactly just the things we wanted, which is perfect, right? Because before we were loading up all sorts of gack in there, and that just would have been dumb, you know? Like it was trying to upload the entire virtual environment, which is dumb. You know, I'd love to pass this in as a parameter too. I'd have to find a way to execute this with a pre-trained equals true. That would be nice. That would be nice. Okay. What do we got? This is still low. It's still preparing. Oh man, that was not fast. Why this? Mighty wheel. Mighty wheel. Yeah, the problem is like my compute is turned off all the time because it's so expensive, and they. Oh, look at that. Current node count 0. Maximum node count 1. Yeah, this one's expensive. This is an NC24 v3. I needed this for build because of our demo. Because we were fine tuning GPT-2, and it would have taken hours and hours if we didn't have a little bit of a beef machine. Okay. The other thing that we have not checked is, and this is interesting, this particular job is using this training, which is great, but it's the environment that I'm not sure. There's the environment. Yeah, see, it's forcing 142. Stable. What's the current version? What's the current stable version here? I don't know. Installation. Oh, 1.5. See? Oof. We might need to rebuild the environment, but maybe it'll work on 1.4.2. I haven't changed very much, so we'll cross our fingers and hope for the best. Hope for the best. Oh, it's running. Oh, no, the environment. Wait, the environment, it's rerunning the build? Oh, no. Why? No. No. No, this takes forever. That was a little dramatic, but still. Oof. That takes a long time to build. No. Oh man, these things take like 15 minutes to build. I will. Can you see when I built it last though? It's almost a year ago. Psst. I don't want to build it again. That's why this job is preparing still. It's rebuilding the environment. Although why would it rebuild the environment? That doesn't make any sense. Okay, well, we're gonna have to wait a bit for that. But we're making good progress. Our code still works. Our job needs some. This actually executes well, so we need to change that. We might need to do something about our environments. This we don't need. I'm gonna just get rid of this. This I don't need anymore. I'm just gonna get rid of it. I'll leave that. I'm pretty sure. Question: shall we do a PhD in machine learning? I started one. I was a doctoral student for 2 years, and they're like, "Hey, Seth, you qualify for a master's degree? You want it?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." And then I stayed there for 2 more years, and then my advisor left to the University of Maryland at College Park. I was doing research in computational linguistics. Didn't finish, so I'm a high school dropout. I went to the University of Utah, which is the proud inventor of everything Pixar. They invented a lot of the cool lighting techniques in computer graphics. Look it up; it's awesome. We need to fix our environments. I might fix these environment. I might clean this up later because it turns out that these things take like sometimes 15 to 20 minutes to build. It's just a limitation of just container stuff. Right? I mean, it just is what it is. PyTorch Lightning number 6. Yeah, it's just running. I don't know why it had to rebuild it. It's kind of a bummer. Looks like it's on Python 3.8 too. Yeah, so I stopped. I had to get a job, I had to get a job. Managing compute to start and stop compute unit per need. Yeah. But the thing is that I don't know why it got rid of this environment. The environment should stay cached, which is kind of a bummer. The cool thing is though, is that we did do this part right. Right. We we were able to load the config files. The git ignore saved it there. I guess I could ignore. I can take the git ignore file out. So I can do that one little solid thing here. We don't need git ignore. I wish there was like an AML include, which was like, I only need these 4 files. 3, no, 4. Trainer.py, no, 3. Trainer, 4. Trainer.py, model.py, data.py, and config.yaml. Those are the only 4 we need. So we don't even need any of those things. So that's cool though that we can do this and clean it up. So we could literally get rid of this file. Refresh. Oh wow, you can create a model. How cool is that? Leave. I'm leaving. Yeah. So we just have to wait now. Is no other way of doing this. Let's take a look at the build log here. This takes about 9 minutes. You want to master PyTorch for finance. Where shall I go? Is it more like you do research? What? So finance is a tricky beast, right? Because there's a lot of research that's already been done on finance, like how to do modeling, like Black-Scholes models, and then there's a statistical arbitrage models that you can do. There's a lot of stuff you can do. I've been meaning to get into it, but it's a lot of math. And if anyone thinks they're going to get rich quick from it, look outside. If it were easy, everyone would be doing it. That shouldn't discourage you though. Like there's a couple of books that I have. One was called Machine Learning for Finance. Another one was what was the other one I had? I had a couple of them. But yeah, if it were me, I would probably do. I read something recently on options arbitrage, which is interesting again, but I just haven't spent the time on it. I mean, maybe we should all just try to get rich quick by spending a year working on something else other than Rochambeau. But I don't want to yet. Okay, so let's refresh this here. Step 16 of 21. Yo. So this is rebuilding the PyTorch Lightning environment. If I knew it was going to rebuild the PyTorch Lightning, I would have built a more custom updated one with our newest bits in there, and I would have used this. So while that's building, let's take a look at the YAML definition for environments. AZML environment create minus help. Okay. Create an environment from a YAML specification file. Cool. Create an environment from a Docker image. Create an environment from a build context. I wonder if there's a way to do it with a requirements file, because we got all of this to work with our requirements file. You know? You know? Oops, Control Z. Like I want to develop automated pricing for risk default in civil engineering projects depending on their free cash flow. Yeah, but I feel like that's not machine learning. I feel like that's like some kind of regression, which I guess is machine learning. Maybe. I feel like that's standard statistical methods will figure that out, right? I don't know. I mean, it's not hard to crystal ball these things. If you have n outlays of expenditures expected in the month of, let's just say, July, but you have m less than m n cash on hand, my sense is that the project will default. I want it automated. Oh, here, I'll show you how I would do it. N equals expenditures next month. M equals on hand cash. L equals cash we get next month. Here's your machine learning model. If M plus L less than N, return default, else return none. Done. We did it. Did it. I don't know. Would that work? Maybe I'm making it way too simple because oh, for each individual. For each individual. So we'll call this module M. We'll call this module smart module. Okay, so now we're going to write the code for the other one. For each individual I. Turn. Smart. And L. We're here solving problems, people, and making friends. I mean, this is just amazing. But yeah, obviously there's a ton of stuff in there. I agree. I'm just trying to be funny. I totally agree. There's probably a lot more in there, but my sense is that you could probably do formulaic interpretations before you use $12 an hour on a fat computer. Maybe. Interesting. There's obviously more to it. I'm not trying to make light. It sounds like a hard problem. Okay, container, are you done or what? What's going on here? Oh, it's pushing. Of course you are. Of course. Our Rochambeau CI/CD hasn't run in a long time. 7 months ago. So and deployment takes forever. Wow, this is a long pipeline. I think the reason why this took a long time is because well, the log's been gone for a while. Is because it has to spin up the machine and it has to rebuild the container, which is crazy. But yeah. Okay, let's go back, and we were looking at environments. Environmentas. Where's the? Don't they usually give us like a website to figure out where we can go to learn about the YAML file? Is there like there's no pip file or nothing? If your script does not require any additional dependency, just like to use the image directly, just instantiate the environment following. And for both cases above, set the base image to what you like to use. For example, let's just OpenPI. What happens during job execution? Preparing. A Docker image is created according to the environment defined. The image is uploaded to the workspace's Azure Container Registry and cached for later runs. A new Docker image is built for the first time. If this is the first time, a combination of dependencies are used in a workspace. If not, a cached Docker image is used. Logs are streamed to the run history. The cluster attempts to scale up. If the cluster requires more nodes to execute than the run currently running, all scripts run. Okay, post-processing outputs. Using your own custom Docker image or Docker file for training. This is where Kevin was telling us, earlier. Oh shoot, it's 12:52. That was fast. This is where Kevin was telling us if we run everything in a dev container for training, in theory, that container should equally run exactly the same way in the cloud. So that's why that's a good idea. Maybe I should do that. Train using a custom image. Train a model by using a custom Docker image. Initialize the workspace. Blah. Using custom Docker file. Azure Machine Learning only supports Docker images to provide the following software: Ubuntu 18.08, Condor, POSIX. Create or attach compute, configure training job. Okay. Reference CLI v2 schemas environment. Here we go. Okay. Yeah, local Docker build context. Docker content build path. Docker Python and pip. Docker image. Okay. Docker image was conda file. Looks like we're forcing us down the conda file thing. What a bummer. Ugh. Okay. Let's go over here. Let's make a new one while the other one's building. So we need conda dependencies. Pip 22.1. Why do I need this? Let's do pip. Python 3.9 is what we're doing now. Yeah, it is crazy, but it's like the other thing is it's moving things around different storage accounts in the cloud, which is kind of not cool. We are going to have a base image. Our base image is going to be this one that has PyTorch installed. So let's rename this here. Oh, what? Look at that. What icon is that? I love it. Just remind us of the base image. That one, we're already going to have this. We're already going to have this. We're already going to have all of these. We just need to add the other things here. These things. These should already be in there. If it's at PyTorch training, it should all be in there. Why am I doing this? This should also be in there. Cool. Okay. So there's this. So I should be able to. Oh shoot! I gotta start looking at. I gotta start doing the walk-off music here. Let me get that going here, because my goodness, we are almost done today. I'm gonna check this in. Git status. Oh man, this is such a huge commit. cd dot git status. Git add dot git commit minus m reconfiguration of AI project for V2. Dev platform V2 is what we call it. Yes. We're pushing it to dev, so it doesn't do anything. Yesums. How you doing? Okay, it's done. It's done. Cool. Let's go to the job. Oh, it failed. Oh. Here we go. Only eval mode is supported in V1 legacy dataset and V2 job inputs. All right. Looks like next time we get to work on moving our datasets to V2. Next time on the AI show, MLOps V2 unifying MLOps at Microsoft with Setu Chokshi and Mo Stellar and more rock, paper, scissors to get some of this stuff done. You know, it's been fantastic being with every one y'all. Let me go to a full here. It's been amazing being here with every one of you all, learning how to do amazing things with AI. My name is Seth Juarez, and today we have spent some time looking at a new way of gathering data so we can get AI to play video games for us, which I think is super important. We also spent some time reviewing how I fixed our website so that it could go to a web app by itself, and we set up the GitHub Actions. And then we decided to go with option B, which was let's update our ML Ops stuff so that it would be better. Hopefully you'll show up next time when we're doing more ML Ops, but with some folks that have been doing it professionally. Thanks so much for watching. Hopefully you've been enjoying the show, and hopefully, friends, we will see you next time. Take care.